So recently it has come to people's attention that a certain member of BTS has been voted sexiest man alive. And if you go to Reddit, if you read it even poorly, or you can go to any number of different sites, you've got guys, and by guys I mean white guys, who are going absolutely apeshit over this. They cannot believe that a Korean guy would be voted sexiest man alive. Now, what does that mean? Normally, when people hear the title of sexiest man alive, you know, they think of these big major, big selling publications, you know, that throughout history have had their yearly votes or Critics' Choice for sexiest man, most beautiful woman. Almost always it's going to be somebody famous, an actor, an actress, someone from Hollywood, someone from the music industry. And apparently this year, will BTS's Jungkook be world's sexiest man in 2022? I guess it was Jungkook who was nominated to get the award. Now, if you don't know, and then there's also Kim Tae-hyung from BTS, who this site says beat Jungkook. I'm not sure which one he is that actually won, but we're not even talking. I mean, a 5-minute Google search will show you. We're not talking People magazine or Esquire or anything like that. Not that they're exactly the be-all, end-all in a worldwide publication. Actually, a 5-minute Google search shows a great number of different sexiest men categories across many, many different publications. And it's either Jungkook or Kim Tae-hyung who win this year and last year and even the year before's contest. In 2020, Jungkook won Sexiest International Man Alive title. And he was declared the winner by People magazine 2 years ago. One of these BTS members had already won through People magazine Sexiest Man Alive. 2022, Kim Tae-hyung turned out to be hottest man alive, beating major stars from Hollywood, and that's according to Bollywood Life. Yep. Jungkook was sexiest man alive by People 2 years ago. This year, Tae-hyung beat him out. And guys cannot stand it. They are going absolutely apeshit all over Reddit, all over Twitter. It's hilarious how angry these guys are getting. I just saw this on Reddit, triangular fuck. This is one of the reactions to this guy winning, and this is just People magazine. Oh, let me fix my audio here. Oh, Kim Namjoon this year. This video is just showing pics of this admittedly handsome dude with these two old Hollywood fucks down here laughing. Like there's any comparison to begin with while we're on the subject. And you know what? I had to say it. I know a lot of people say it, and it doesn't mean that much to anybody, but this is an example of fucking racism. This is fucking racist. These people, white guys especially, they're comparing him to the next guy on the list. You know, your typical Hollywood bro type, and they're making these racial fucking jokes about it. And I had to put it out there. This is pretty fucking racist. Okay, in case you're not familiar with it, I mean, I'm not a fan of K-pop or anything, but K-pop, you know, it stands for Korean pop, and it has exploded on the Western world. And I know BTS, every time I go to the store, I see them on the covers of these magazines. I know they've already been invited to perform and present at certain award shows in the United States in the past couple of years. And they're really a big deal. Now, I was hoping back in the day this would happen with J-Rock and J-Pop, but it never really caught on. With this Korean stuff, though, people are going nuts about it. Oh, thank you, Will89. People are going nuts with this K-pop phenomenon in the Western world. And it's true. This Korean dude has more worldwide crushes on him than literally anyone right now. K-pop has exploded on the Western world harder than cocaine. These K-pop boy band dudes, any one of them you choose, are like Justin Bieber times 1,000 right now. In fact, some guy spent like 30 grand trying to plastic surgery himself into one of these guys, Jimin, I believe. Okay, there are men going to these expensive lengths to try to attain the look of a Korean man, the same way women put money into plastic surgery to look like Kim Kardashian or Britney Spears. It's absolutely true. I don't even listen to K-pop, but even I recognize this guy and have no fucking clue who the other one is. Here's more laughing shit. Is the yardstick by a 10-year-old girl? This is just plain fucking racist. And look who you're depicting doing the laughing. I know that's Nicolas Cage. I mean, I guess he was handsome in his own right when he was younger, but he's got to be, what, fucking 70 now? I don't even know who this bald asshole is on the right, but he's probably up there in age, just like Nick Cage, and this is what you show. These are supposed to be the normal-looking, handsome dudes that are laughing at this kid. You know? And, of course, there's makeup. Of course, there's hair people. But, you know, there's no denying these guys are very attractive. They're attractive. They've got that, you know, femboyish, tight, little effeminate type of look that all kinds of girls and women go nuts over. Netizens report. Hottest man alive 2022, Kim Tae-hyung. another member of BTS. I don't know all their names. But here are other covers of Netizens Report. Jimin, another guy from BTS on the cover. All K-pop says that Jimin is the most loved musician. Kim Tae-hyung voted by netizens as the sexiest man in the world 2020, I believe. Kim Tae-hyung, hottest man alive 2022 netizens. Multiple different covers that at least one of these guys from BTS has been on the cover of. Okay? Korea Boo named Sexiest International Man. BTS member crowd Sexiest Man in the Asian World, Bollywood. Jungkook crowned Sexiest Man, DNA India. Kim Tae-hyung, I'm not sure how to properly pronounce the Free Press Journal, Jungkook, Sexiest Man. I mean, it's everywhere. It's everywhere, okay? So I guess, first of all, you got all these just angry, ugly, angry white dudes just whining and crying and bitching and complaining because, you know, this BTS member is considered People's Sexiest 2022. I've got to let people know because, you know, I'm on Reddit for a lot of news, current events, and whatnot, that a different BTS member won 2 years ago. And 50 billion different publications, at least one member of BTS has been voted Sexiest Man, Sexiest International Man, Sexiest Man of the Eastern World, some variation on the Sexiest Man title, and has given it not just to an East Asian man, but specifically to a member of BTS for every single contest, every single poll, clear past the former 2, 3, 4 years, ever since they've gotten really big. You know, at least one of these BTS guys has been voted. That's just how it is. Okay, when you have multiple publications across India, across Asia, Korea, Japan, China, the UK, and now even America, when they're all going gaga over these BTS guys or any of these K-pop boy band types, you know, what that's actually saying is that the majority of the fucking world thinks that these guys are where it's at. These guys are attractive. These guys are the sexiest. That's the type that they're into. That's the type that is popping now, okay? To be honest, like I said, I don't really listen to K-pop, but I've seen a lot of these comparisons between this new winner from BTS and then the other members that were former winners, and they've all gotten at least nominated for something in the past few years. You know, no matter which one you pick, even I recognize them. I recognize them, and this runner-up, these other, these A-list Hollywood actors that were in the running that a lot of these angry white boys don't like, got second pick to this whatever Korean man from BTS has been chosen for that contest. They can't understand it. They get mad at the Korean guy. How could anyone think he's attractive? Well, where the fuck have you been? I mean, I personally am kind of refreshed that, another block-headed, hairy, chestnut, wavy-haired white dude with a grandpa beard is not being nominated for Sexiest Man. I mean, there's more sexy than what you see on the red carpet. Of course, these angry white boys just can't handle that. I mean, down to the point where they're being outright racist. I'm not even going to show you some of the words that they've been using, some of the terms for this guy from BTS. And like I said, I bet absolutely none of them know how many of these worldwide contests or polls at least one of these BTS members has won the crown of. And the fact that another one got Sexiest Man on People magazine 2 years ago. They probably don't know that. They just see this headline and they go apeshit. You got these angry little white boys saying, oh, it's just because they cannot have a white man be the sexiest anymore. No. It's because tastes change. Times change. Interests change. It's Sexiest Man alive. BTS is a pretty big fucking deal. K-pop is a pretty huge phenomena on the Western world. Black-headed white dudes with beards are not the be-all, end-all of sexiness and masculinity. Like I said, I'm happy not to see some typical Hollywood A-lister voted as Sexiest Man. It's refreshing to see some hot little East Asian guy finally get his due. Once upon a time, forget about it, I used to go completely fucking nuts over those hot little Asian dudes. But, that's how it is. It's not saying white men don't count anymore. I mean, if you think of trends, if you think of styles, if you think of talent, if you think of attractiveness, yeah, these hot little Asian dudes have it way over you. That's just how it is now. Kind of like back in the 90s, all these chicks were overplucking their brows. For some reason, I never wanted to do it, and I'd get made fun of for my thick-ass brows. Now, all these years later, people are walking around with a goddamn unibrow, because the Kardashians, the Jenners, it's the big ass, the big eyebrows, the 10 pounds of makeup, companies just went completely nuts with their lines of highlighter and their contour and all this other shit. I would watch 1,000 YouTube makeup vids. I was going, what the hell is wrong with you? We didn't even know what contouring was in high school. It's because of the trends, When the Kardashians and the Jenners got really famous, that's it. They were the poster children for the new beauty standard. Now the beauty standard is super cinched waist, super big ass, thick brows, a lot of highlighter, a lot of contouring. And you have, of course, women going nuts with the plastic surgery to try to look like Kim Kardashian, to try to look like Kris Jenner or the other daughters, That's what happens. Like Marilyn Monroe set the beauty standard for women in the 50s. The Kardashians did in the 2000 teens. you know? And it's the same for men, okay? These K-pop dudes, it's the right time, it's the right place. You know, the music has taken the world by storm. The aesthetic has taken the world by storm. Of course, these guys, especially from BTS, are going to be crowned the sexiest for every poll, every magazine that you see, you know? And it's amazing how angry white boys are getting. White UK man spends $650,000 on plastic surgery to look like BTS's Jimin. Now, this is back in 2019. I saw a small documentary on this dude. This is what he looked like before, okay? And no, he's not ugly, okay? He is a normal-looking white dude, all right? But, you know, BTS was really popular already, and this guy, I believe, was from the UK. It picked up there first, all this K-pop stuff, and, you know, just became obsessed with Jimin, which is one of these members. Yep, from London, had his jaw shaved down, along with numerous other surgeries to look like his Korean boy band idol, Jimin from BTS. BTS debuted in 2013. I was living in Korea at the time. I was watching some TV. BTS performed, and I was amazed by all of them. I want my entire lifestyle to revolve around K-pop, and I want my entire look to be like Jimin, because for me, he is perfection. His jaw shape, his lips, his voice, everything. And here he is after, what did it say, 650,000 pounds, or I'm not sure what the conversion rate is for dollars, but that's him after hundreds of thousands of dollars in surgery. 70,000 pounds at the time to look like the K-pop star. He went back to Korea to have these surgeries. That's him in his healing process. And that is Jimin. Personally, if I had to pick, I would say Jimin is probably the hottest of the BTS members. I mean, sorry, but, you know, and, you know, white guys, like I said, they went crazy, you know, when they saw this one dude, and they're going crazy now because of the sexiest man deal. I mean, sorry. I mean, this is kind of like to lots and lots of women, you know, this is a more pleasing aesthetic. It's just trends in beauty. It works the same exact way as it does with women. There he is again. There he is on the left with an actual Korean friend. And by the way, this guy actually died. He died some years later. He died in a motel room or something. I don't know all the details, but he's been gone for a while. It just, I'm going to have my work cut out for me all over Twitter and Reddit, you know. It's just I saw this post, and I can't believe that it hasn't been removed and the original poster just outright banned because it's outright racist. You know, you don't just say, what? A little Korean guy is the sexiest man alive? You know, and I'm going to have a couple of old Hollywood fucks laugh to show that, you know, white guys, of course, would be more sexy and more attractive than the little Korean boy band dude. I don't think guys got this angry back when Bieber had millions upon millions of female fans all over the U.S. and the Western world. And trust me, I'm sure you know, they hated Justin Bieber. They hate any dude that women find sexy. But this,
with Korean pop stars, that not for nothing, guys that, you know, they could call ugly and all manner of different names, like I said, I'm not going to go into here, all they want. You know, these dudes from Korea, they still most likely get laid a hell of a lot more than they do. They are fawned over a hell of a lot more than they are. In fact, it's not even, I shouldn't even have to say anything because there's no comparison. Okay? They can't just accept it for the way it is. These guys are massive international superstars. They've got the world by the balls. And as I've also stated, it isn't even the first time that one or more members has won the crown for sexiest man on multiple counts in every freaking country around the world. You know, there's just no comparison. I just can't believe the racism. You know, we know, you know, angry little white boys that, you know, you've got your nationalistic, race-centric type of ideals on what makes a hot dude. And of course, it means white guys that are like you know, transitive property, I think it's called. If some hairy-ass, wavy-haired, black-headed white dude with blue eyes gets called the sexiest man, well, that dude is white. You know, by extension, you're also a white guy. That means that you're at least in the ballpark when it comes to what is being counted or looked at as sexiest alive. I think that's what a big part of this is. White boys have got to know that they are the default when it comes to sexiness, when it comes to coolness, when it comes to everything. Okay, and this shows they're not. They're just not. Okay, they can't handle it. I think it's pretty pathetic, and, you know, it's one thing to be, I shouldn't even say upstage. None of these angry assholes would ever be in the running. None of them. They'd never have a shot. Jeff Bezos could drop dead tomorrow and sign his name on a document saying he's giving all of his immense wealth to you. You could take that wealth, you could polish your ass up, you could go out and get $30,000 worth of plastic surgery. You would not be sexiest man alive. You know, that's one thing. It's a whole other thing when you look at somebody who is Korean. It could be someone of any race winning that title. And, you know, not even to talk about the fame, the talent, the worldliness, the travel, the fashion sense, the body type. Not even so much body type or anything. They just look at this dude's head. He's an effin'. Look at this effin'. And this is, it's racism. That's racist. That's textbook example of it. And I feel bad. I shouldn't feel bad because to a guy like this, any of these guys from this band or any other Korean boy band, you know, they of course don't have to give a shit, you know, but it still doesn't mean it's right. So I just wanted to say that. Okay, I'm going out to a cookout. I'll see y'all later.